Hi, come get ready with me for an informational coffee that I have today. So, what is an informational coffee? They are a type of interview that is really informal. Maybe you've just asked this person to meet with you. Maybe you have been connected through somebody mutual and you are just going to get together to talk about what they do, maybe your background, and just see what they have to say about what they can do to help you in your career. I think there's a couple different things you can call these: informationals, just coffees. But I think the most important thing is that you treat it like it is an interview. I think really anytime you're job hunting or meeting anyone in a professional setting, even if the term interview hasn't been used, you should definitely treat it like one. So what does it mean to treat something like an interview, even if it's not being referred to as that? What I mean is come prepared, dress appropriately, and whether they're being really casual or not, you should keep it completely professional, even if you know each other in a personal capacity. So, for example, today I'm meeting with somebody who works on the campaign side of the political world, but here in DC, Congress is in session, and so this person is probably going to be in a suit and tie. And so I am going to make sure that I wear something comparable. Now, because this is not a formal interview, I'm not gonna go like full black suit, white crisp undershirt, but I'm probably gonna do like a nice pair of black pants, maybe a black bodysuit or sweater with a blazer over top. So it says, I'm professional. I recognize that this is a professional coffee or informational, and while I might not be interviewing for a specific job, I want you to take me seriously and consider me for any open positions you might know about or have in the future. For the ladies, this also includes going fairly light and professional on your makeup, making sure your hair looks decent. The kind of old quip of you only have one chance at a first impression is super real. As far as preparing for the meeting itself, you should also treat it like an interview. And by that, I mean, make sure you've looked up this person, checked out their career history, and know enough about them to be able to ask interesting questions without looking creepy. I'm also a really big fan of making sure you come prepared to any meeting with a physical copy of your resume, just in case they ask for it. Even if it's informational, they may want to just check it out so that they can talk to you about your experience and what they think you might be able to do next in the most informed way possible. So always bring a paper copy of your resume. And this one might seem a little self-explanatory, but you would be surprised. But please make sure to show up nice and early, even if it is just an informational at a coffee shop or something like that. You should be the one getting there, staking out the table, and letting them know that you've arrived and where they can find you. Basically, if you're getting an informational or a coffee with somebody, this is likely a favor that somebody in your professional network has done for you by connecting you with this person, or at a minimum, this is time that this other professional is taking out of their day to meet with you and network. And so you just want to make sure everything you're doing is as respectful of their time as possible. Also, when you're done with this coffee, before the end of the business day, make sure that you've sent that follow-up thank you email. It really goes a long way, and it shows that you're respectful and you also just really appreciated the time this person is willing to give you. So always send that thank you email. And hopefully this already came up in the informational itself, but if it didn't, you should ask this person that you just got an informational coffee with, who else in their network should you talk to regarding what you're hoping to do next in your career. A coffee is great, but if you're only getting that one person and their perspective and you're not continuing to grow your network, you're just stopping yourself when you could be continuing to grow and meet more people. So always ask, who can I meet next that you think would also be helpful for me to talk to? So if you have an informational coffee, my top tips are to be prepared, be on time, be professional, be bold, and use these as a tool to continue growing your professional network. Also, for anyone that's interested, the music I'm playing in the background is from my own Spotify playlist, which I titled Female Rage, because that is my theme for the year of 2025. Just using all of the hardships that have gone on over the past few months and years to channel that into being really productive, prioritizing myself, and just being the best version of me possible, even if that means being just a little bit angry. Okay, I blew out my hair off camera. Let's brush this out. So I have really fine hair, is what my stylist calls it. I used to say thin. She says it's fine because like the strands aren't thin. They're just fine, and that's why it feels like I don't have a lot. So what I do after I blow it out with my Shark is spray the ever-loving daylights out of it and then let it sit and then look crazy for a little bit. Come back after I finish my makeup or get dressed, or I just ate lunch, for example, and just let it sit, and then come back, brush through that hairspray because that gets like a little crazy looking, and then spray it again to kind of seal in the more blowout look. My bangs look crazy. Hold on. These bangs are so hit or miss. Sometimes I get the full Sabrina. Sometimes I get whatever that is. So honestly, what I tend to end up doing is just the millennial hair tuck. Don't judge me. But honestly, I think it looks good. I have a really big head, so I don't mind losing some of the volume there, but then keeping it down here. So that is final hair, simple makeup for my informational coffee, informational interview today.